Ribbon worms shooting webs. A bloodthirsty worm that shoots webs like Spider-Man to snare prey may sound like the stuff of nightmares, but the spectacle has been caught on camera. While the undulating red worm was resting on someone's hand by shooting out its proboscis, an elongated appendage like a nose that's usually stowed inside the body, suddenly ejecting what looks like thick white mucus. Strands branch out immediately like Spider-Man's webs and snake outwards across the person's hand. There's much speculation about what the video really shows, but the person who posted it claims it's a species of marine ribbon worm. Some can reach a length of 98 feet, although their bodies are only a few millimeters wide. Ribbon worms have a complete digestive tract, with a mouth and anus, as well as their unique proboscis. The mobile nose is actually a rapid strike prey capture organ. When the animal senses a prey organism nearby, a circular muscle layer around the proboscis sheath rapidly and vigorously contracts. This contraction forces the fluid from the proboscis sheath into the proboscis and, in the process, literally turns it inside out. You want to know a little secret? If you smash the like button, subscribe, and click the notification bell, you'll have superpowers for the rest of your life. So what are you waiting for? Strongest spider web on Earth. Scientists have found the toughest natural material made by, well, life. Spider silks were already the toughest known biomaterials, able to absorb massive amounts of energy before breaking. However, researchers have now revealed Darwin's bark spider has the toughest silk ever seen, more than twice as tough as any previously described silk, and more than 10 times stronger than Kevlar, a heat-resistant, strong synthetic. The spider's wheel-shaped orb webs could range up to 30 square feet in size, some of the largest in nature, and dangle over streams, rivers, and small lakes up to 82 feet across. Can you imagine how a spider even builds that? The web of Darwin's bark spider is so mind-blowing in that it's not only the longest spanning web ever observed, but it's the largest orb web ever seen, at an area of up to 30 square feet. The spider's web occupies a unique biological niche. They build their web with the orb suspended directly above a river or the water body of a lake, a habitat that no other spider can use. This position allows the spiders to catch prey flying over the water, with webs observed containing up to 32 mayflies at a time. Dinner time. Gravity-defying alpine ibex. Jaw-dropping pictures show goats dicing with death as they scale the side of a 160-foot wall just to satisfy their taste buds. The fearless creatures appear to defy gravity with the incredible feat and were even seen tussling for better positions at the Singinu Dam in northern Italy. In recent years, these wild goats have garnered some well-deserved attention for scaling the walls of the 160-foot tall Singinu Dam in Antrona Valley Natural Park, Italy, all for a lick of the structure's rock and stones. The bricks contain mineral salts, and the ibex, with their vegetarian diets, are willing to scurry along sheer vertical walls to get at them. And while it's somewhat anxiety-inducing for those with arachnophobia, the Capra ibex is actually quite well suited for this extreme food foraging. The animal has a climbing body with short legs, a low center of gravity, strong muscles, and split hooves with sharp sides and soft concave undersides that help them grip. Makes total sense because all animals crave salt. Without it, your nerves and muscles just don't function properly, and it's especially important for mothers when they're feeding their young. So maybe that's why you only see females and their kids on the day. Dead ant camouflage. Imagine you're wandering into the forest near Lake Victoria in Kenya or Tanzania when you spot something strange crawling on a leaf. It looks like a dozen or so ants stuck together in a ball. But look more closely and you'll see the ants are dead, and there's a nasty-looking insect underneath, hauling these ant corpses along like a miniature backpack. Assassin bugs. It hunts its prey by piercing it with proboscis, injecting paralysis-inducing saliva and an enzyme that dissolves tissue, then sucking out the innards. But unlike other bugs, it then fashions empty ant exoskeletons into protective outerwear. The insect can carry as many as 20 dead ants at a time and binds them together with a sticky excretion into a cluster that may be larger than its own body. For years, scientists debated why they engaged in this unusual behavior. Some suggested that the ant corpses may provide olfactory camouflage when hunting, while others thought the mound of bodies may be used as a visual distraction for larger creatures. Why does it work? The ants break up the bug's form so that instead of a characteristic shape that the spider can tag as prey. Incredibly weird hellbenders. Hellbenders are aquatic salamanders found on the east coast of the United States, also known as snot otter, devil dog, or mud devil. Hellbenders breathe through their wrinkly skin with fleshy folds along the sides of their bodies, which provide extra surface area from which to extract oxygen from the water.
Unlike a lot of other salamanders, they breathe entirely through their skin.
Hellbenders can see with their whole bodies. Hellbenders have tiny eyes located on the tops of their heads that can detach light, but are not very good at forming images. They also have light-sensitive cells located all over their bodies, especially on their tails. This might help them keep their whole bodies hidden under rocks and logs. When hunting, they likely use their keen sense of smell and their lateral line, which detects vibrations in the water. They keep to themselves. Hellbenders are solitary animals. Outside of the breeding season, encounters between two individuals can be violent. Adults are territorial and will aggressively chase off any intruders. Equally matched combatants may fight or just go their separate ways. But if one is bigger than the other, the smaller hellbender risks being eaten. Cryogenic weta bugs. Frozen alive, then back to life? Just like that, when it comes to springing into action, nothing beats the mountain stone weta. This incredible insect lives in some fairly harsh frozen climates and high altitudes of New Zealand. Up in the alpine areas of the South Island is definitely a tough climate for any insect, unless you're a weta. Too cold? The mountain stone weta solves this problem by freezing over winter. Unlike some species of insect which have a natural antifreeze in their blood, the weta actually freezes. Well, 82% of the water in its body does. The key is that its organs do not. Mountain stone weta can survive being frozen for months in a state of suspended animation down to temperatures of below freezing. When it does, approximately 85% of their body water crystallizes, which is one of the highest ice contents known for any animal. When spring arrives, the weta simply thaws out and continues its weta way in the world. No big deal. The mountain stone weta is the largest insect in the world to be able to pull off this cryogenic survival tactic. Huge hit at the parties, too. Lyrebird mimicry. Famed for their spectacular courtship display, you may have seen footage of lyrebirds mimicking human noises such as chainsaws and camera clicks. Biologists have sure yet to resolve the function of avian mimicry, and likely there's more than a single function. What is clear, however, is that lyrebirds have a stunning ability to accurately mimic the sounds of the forest they inhabit. Even chainsaws. The avian sound-producing organ is the syrinx. Instead of the usual 4 pairs of muscles of other songbirds, lyrebirds have only 3 pairs. It's not only known if this simplification makes them more adept at mimicry, nor is their motivation to mimic entirely clear. There's no evidence to suggest that lyrebirds attempt to fool other species. While mimicry forms most of their vocal repertoire, lyrebirds also have their own songs and calls. While the territorial song can be melodious, the invitation display call sounds mechanical to human ears. Twanging, clicking, scissors grinding, thudding, whirring, blicking, galloping. These noisy or metallic sounds are the lyrebird's own and not mimicry. Nevertheless, they are incredible to hear.